Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Throwback episode today. Happy Thursday. Hope your week is going well.
Yeah.
And if it's not, just turn it around. You know.
Listen to us. And
have you thought about? I don't know.
the better side of life. That's probably not sending you.
I can't help you today. I actually can't help you today.
We are not therapists at all.
Call a friend.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
This is horrible. Y'all,
this is horrible.
This is very bad.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Today is Logan Square, which is such a fun episode. Is this the first time we did Logan Square?
I believe so.
So this one was actually very early on in our episodes. I actually got a history reminder. It wasn't too long ago that we recorded. Like, it was 3 years ago this time around that we recorded it, and we did it inside of Luella's, which was so cool. We took up and we had our friends from
No. You thinking Lincoln Square?
Oh,
yeah, Logan Square.
Right. I am.
We were with Martha Bain, and we were at the that was a funny episode.
That was hilarious. She's so funny.
Hilarious. That was the first time we met her.
She has a really good Substack, by the way.
Yes.
For people that are interested in learning more about her. Martha is an author, and she works for, I actually don't know where she works anymore, but she is with a publication. So she works in publication. She is an author herself. Mm-hmm. She's super impressive person. Her Instagram is hilarious. Her Substack is really insightful, and you learn a ton. So she was really cool to have on there. Yeah. I feel like that was a really good one, actually.
This was a first run. The second run happened almost a year later, 7 months later, and 8 months later. And we had Nick Kendallsberger as our guest. He was the former Chicago Tribune food critic.
But at that point, we had finished the 77.
Yeah,
right?
No. We were halfway through, which means that number 2 was a different episode, sponsored episode.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, the first run of this originally aired November 29th. We know you will enjoy this, so go ahead, do that. Episode 25.
Shit.
And we have an author. I did all that shit talking about not being able to read. The time has come, y'all. Here we go. 77 Flavors now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love 2 things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What is happening?
Yeah, right.
What is happening?
What is happening? Y'all, welcome to another dope episode, 77 Flavors of Chicago. Dario.
I feel like this hat is blocking my eye. Like, you can't see my eyes, so you're not gonna get full reaction.
We gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. Okay. I'm sure you gonna make noise.
I'm gonna roll my eyes like this.
Stop it. Look at it already. We not even 10 seconds into it. Dario.
Sarah.
We are joined by our dope guest here, Martha Bain, right? Martha Bain.
That is such a cool name.
Yeah,
combo.
you know what I'm saying? Martha Bain. I'm Dark Knight.
Yeah, seriously. McBain. I get that a lot.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, really? Look at us.
This joke was not original.
DC fans are loving it right now. But welcome to the show, Martha. Let me do the traditional.
Nice.
Don't you feel official now?
I feel so hyped up now.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Martha is, like I said in the beginning, she's an author. She's not just an author. I don't want to pigeonhole her, but because she does some of everything. Go ahead, tell them.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm a writer and an editor. I was a journalist for a long time. I'm now kind of a recovering journalist, I think.
Recovering.
I'm currently the regional trade editor for the University of Illinois Press, which means I'm in charge of developing books about Illinois and Chicago and the arts, history, culture, and food thereof.
Okay.
So anybody out there with a good story to tell, you can hit me up.
Hey, so far we got 25 stories.
There you go. All right. We'll talk about the book deal after this.
Cool.
That's why it says this is 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be the book.
There we go. All right.
This is the book announcement, y'all.
Wow, look at it. I'm scared. All that reading talk, I'm telling y'all, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's good to have you on here. It's good to have you on here.
I feel like this is the most synergy in terms of a guest that we've had.
Yeah.
Food, history, culture, and Chicago all in one person.
All in one person. University of Illinois, like the college.
Like the university,
like the college.
yep.
And the main press person, pretty much.
Well, there's the scholarly press there, and there's a bunch of other editors, but I'm the person who's supposed to be doing these sort of like general interest books.
Okay.
Like a lot of the other books are very academic.
Okay.
So they're more for use in college in classrooms and for other academics.
Gotcha.
They're very niche.
Gotcha.
Very niche. They sell 25 copies.
Okay.
Oh wow! None of them making money. That's they're like $300 a book. They're making something.
Yeah, libraries buy them. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
But so my job is to develop books that are more for regular people.
Right.
Okay, like people like me. People that read with their fingers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're gonna get you a board book.
There's pictures in there.
the cardboard, the ones that you put the shapes in.
Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna have some fuzzy stuff on.
Come on, I got
Martha
the scratch and sniff books. Wow, Martha came on my podcast and gave.
I mean, really, I
set it up for
Yeah, you did.
I set the tone early. I let it.
I just hit the ball.
That's
she
what she
said.
said.
You bring. Oh, come on, let me hold on.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, honestly, you did. So not only do you do that, but you did a cookbook.
Yes, I did. So I've published 4 books, but 3 of them have been about Chicago and the Midwest. But the very first one was a soup cookbook.
Okay.
Based on this community meal project that I ran for 12 years at the Hideout, which I know you're familiar with.
Yep.
And we ran that from 2009 right up until the day before the pandemic shut everything down last year. And it was a meal project where people. I'll try to keep my elevator pitch short for this.
No, look, we got time.
As you know, I can go on and on.
We got time.
But it was a project where people would bring. I'd get people to bring pots of soup to the Hideout, and we'd get bread donated from local bakeries, and it would all come together, and we'd set it up in the back room of the Hideout in a bunch of crock pots in a long row, and it was everybody. It was like we got soups donated from restaurants, from caterers, from local food writers and people in the food scene, but we also got soups donated just from regular people who like to cook, and artists and musicians and comedians and people kind of involved in cultural activities in Chicago. So it was it was a mix. And then anybody who wanted to could come and eat, and it was like a pay what you can donation, and you would just throw $1 or $20 or whatever, $100 in the donations basket, and you could eat all the soup and bread you wanted, at least until it ran out. And then and then every week we would donate the money to a different food pantry or like hunger organization. Yeah. And we did that for the last 12 years, and we raised. I'm a terrible bookkeeper, and so I really don't want anybody to want documentation on this. But I do. I'm not lying. I think
it's not on us. We good.
We were pushing up against $100,000.
Holy cow!
Wow. Yeah,
that's amazing.
And you only ran like 3 months a year, right?
Right. That's the most.
Yeah, it was every Wednesday night from the beginning of January through the end of March.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So 3 months a year for 12 years. So I can't do math.
36 months.
Okay. Yeah.
$100,000.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's some nights where we would only have there'd be like a snowstorm and only 25 people would show up. And then there are other
only 25 people
on
Wednesday at a bar.
Okay. In the winter in Chicago.
Yeah, that's good.
But then other nights they would be it'd be packed and people would have just gotten paid or something, and I don't know, we would all of a sudden we'd have like $1,000 in the kitty, and it was like, where'd this money come from?
It's a good tactic. Get them to drink a little bit and then
loosen them up a little bit.
Loosen them up. You like that? You like that soup, don't you? Yeah.
How much do you like that?
Quantify it.
Right. Show me. You don't like it $5 worth, do you? I bet you like it 20, don't you? It was good to, like I said, it's good to have you on the podcast right now, and like to have some fun here. You from the Logan area, right?
I live right on the border of Logan and Humboldt, so it's kind of south of where we are right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we are in Logan Square. If you haven't mentioned that yet.
Yes, right. Yeah. So we are in Logan Square. Good transition to get into it and start talking about the history. And are you ready to talk about it?
I
don't know if you're ready.
Ready.
Martha.
I could be more ready.
You could be more ready?
I could.
Here we go, Martha.
There's one thing that's going to make me more ready.
This is how we get ready, Martha.
Nice.
It feels good.
I feel relaxed.
Don't you? You feel ready to learn some stuff.
I do.
And I'm ready to learn. So, like, for everybody knows out there, we are in Logan Square. We just went from Park Square.
I know, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I like the look.
What are other options other than Park and Square?
Just regular names.
Oh.
Like, just want, I don't know, lawn. Yeah,
right.
Fields. There you
right.
go. Yeah. We got a few different names coming up here, but right now we're in the square, Logan Square, number 20. Heights. There it is.
Right. Heights.
I can't think of them. I was about to say Jackson Heights. Shout out to New York and
Washington Heights.
Washington Heights. There it is.
I just watched In the Heights.
Oh, did you?
It was so good.
Okay. All right.
So good. I love musicals though, so that's.
I didn't know it was a musical.
It is a musical. I haven't seen it, but it's a musical.
It's so good. It's on HBO.
I'm on Culture. We pay for it too.
Yeah.
We pay for that.
We pay for HBO.
You should use it.
I should use it. Really should use it. Anyway, community area number 22. And just again, I love this part. The boundaries. Just so you know where we are. The Metro and Milwaukee District North Line is to the west. Diversity Parkway to the north. North branch of the Chicago River is to the east, and to the south we have the 606. And cool thing about the 606. Here's a fun fact I did not know, and I don't know if a lot of people knew. If you knew, Martha, it is the longest former rail line greenway in the entire United States.
I did know that.
You did know that. Did you know this part, though? It is also the second longest in the entire world.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Where's the longest?
The longest is the Promenade Plant rail trail over in Paris.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Great.
again.
I mean, so how... I don't want to ask stupid
No,
questions.
look, this is
what is
for those that don't know.
This street?
So it's a park. It's actually a parkway.
Oh.
It's a parkway that was transitioned from old school rail line, and that's no longer active. Obviously, it actually conjoins a few different neighborhoods. Humble being one of them, like you were saying earlier. But that's what it is. They just converted it to connect the cities, to connect the neighborhoods. And the reason why the 606 is actually really cool and unique for us is because Chicago is so diverse, and so the reason why the 606, obviously it's called 606 to kind of honor the zip codes here in Chicago, but it also meant to culturally combine us, connect us all. So
is that the sign that says Boulevard?
No, that's
just
for the boulevard.
For the
The boulevard system is like Logan Boulevard, which
Yes.
is just north of us.
Yeah.
Humboldt Boulevard, which is what Sacramento becomes when it becomes like the boulevards are where there's like the big parkway in the middle
Yes.
and then
Right.
the two side streets.
Yes.
Right,
Like
right.
former carriage lanes.
Yes.
Where back in the olden days
Hey.
when there were, when all the this is a fact.
Yeah, this is a fact.
Fun fact.
We
Yeah,
love
fun
when the guests
fact,
come
yeah.
through. We love when the guests come through.
Those were the delivery lanes.
Yeah,
that was
there you
where the
go.
traffic
Oh.
went.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. That's why.
So in the planning of the city of Chicago, the idea was that there was going to be this quote unquote emerald necklace
Hey, yep.
that
Okay.
went all the way from the city. I mean, from the lakefront around. I'm making a little map with my hands that
Yeah,
nobody on this podcast can see.
They can see it if they go to our YouTube. Nice plug. Thank you, Martha.
It was supposed to go all the way around the city in this boulevard system, and Logan Boulevard and Humboldt Boulevard are two parts of that boulevard system. And then you get down to Garfield Boulevard, and then Douglas Boulevard,
Yeah.
and then
Always
losing my train of thought. But anyway, it didn't go. It didn't actually. They never finished it, so
Yeah.
it didn't actually. It doesn't actually
Oh, it
go.
doesn't make a
Doesn't
necklace?
make a full necklace around the city.
Nope.
But yeah.
But that is some hell of a knowledge for a lot of people. And the 606 again. So this is 2.7 miles of that space that was used up for the old rail line, and it actually was finished and opened up to everybody in 2015.
It was.
Mayor Rahm Emanuel is kind of the one that at the time he broke ground and saw it through. So.
He made it a big priority.
He made it a big
It was
priority.
something that had been in the works for a really long time,
Yes.
thanks to like a bunch of different community groups.
Yeah.
And my friend Ben will be really mad at me if I don't insist on pointing out that the trail itself is called the Bloomingdale Trail.
Yes.
And the whole system of parks that the Bloomingdale Trail connects is called the 606.
Yes, and they are looking to add
Hi,
to
Ben.
that also. Yeah, Ben, come through. I hope give Martha some credit. All right, look, I gave her a coin. I'll give her another one for you. All right. But
I've lived right near the 606 since 2012, and so before it was like an actual park, you could go up there.
Yeah.
And the fence was not so
Wow.
solid. You could just like climb up the embankment, and lots of people did, and it was a really great place to go like hang out and explore and kind of poke around. And
now it's a legit.
And now it's all fancy.
Yeah, super fancy. They're adding to it too, so there should be some other work done to it to connect.
They're still
Lincoln
working on
Park
developing some of these parks, and they want to do a spur line that goes across Ashland Avenue to connect it to hopefully to Elston. I think.
Yep. Look at one more. So far, if we keep it track, I don't know. We keep it track, but
Chicago
I think
Fire was 1871. Can I get one?
There you go. Okay. All right. Look at it. Won't no credit. Now.
I mean,
okay.
I just one.
Yeah, there you go. You're good. You got 25
all I know.
credit. That's that. I'm glad you know that now. But did you know that Lincoln Square was named after General John Logan, who was an American
You said
soldier.
Lincoln Square.
Damn. Logan Square. I'm sorry. See, this is what happened when we go back and forth between squares.
Squares.
Yeah, too many squares. Logan Square is named after General John Logan, who was an American soldier. It was settled. Now, here's some more cool information. He was settled in 1830s, roughly 1836 time frame, by another New Yorker by the name of Martin Kimball, who is credited with the street name Kimball Avenue.
Kimball Avenue.
There you go.
You get to give yourself a day.
Oh yeah. Let me get.
No, this is his job.
No,
he doesn't get.
No. I like Martha's way of thinking.
Credit.
This is called self-love. Thank you. Thank you, Martha. I haven't been giving myself credit.
Oh God, he's gonna do this every episode now.
We got 77. We got 25 down. Look, I got 52 more.
No.
Yeah.
We're looking for my replacement. Effective immediately.
Don't.
But like not relationship wise, just
look
podcast
at. She got to stay to claim. 160 acres is what he kind of laid claim to here in the Logan Square area, and this was actually made up of 3 different towns at the time: Jefferson, Maplewood, and Avondale. So all 3 of those were kind of the Logan Square area. It was part of it was annexed in 1863 to Chicago. And that neighborhood or town at the time that was annexed was lost my train. No, Bucktown.
Oh, Bucktown.
Bucktown. Yeah, it was Bucktown.
Bucktown's really.
You know why they used to? But you know why it's called Bucktown?
Because of the goats.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at
Ding.
she know the rhythm now. Like.
I have a question for you. I don't know why we don't look this up. We should look this up. But what's the difference between township, town, and what are like?
I think a town and township.
Town and township.
In the city. Well,
Do you know?
Oh gosh.
Yes. Good. Another person.
I'm sure there's a municipal distinction that is made, but I could not tell you off the top of my head.
You know,
it has to do with taxes and whatever the governing body of it is. Like the township, I think a township is a broader
village.
It encompasses a broader tax base.
Okay.
Shall we say?
Okay.
Then the town is more like the physical.
Like the actual being of it.
I'm making this shit up.
I'm
sorry. I should know this.
You selling my ass. I'm sitting here taking notes. I'm like, a town is something that embodies. What was that word you said? You said embodies. Okay. No, but Jeremy, we can come back to it. But Jeremy Drasner, my boy, I know he listens to it.
Township's more a loosey-goosey kind of
right,
situation.
Right.
A town is more fixed in place, and it's got like a mayor, and it's got a city council and things like that.
Shit like that. It's got shit
like that.
Shit like that. 1871, rapid growth of this area.
I have the answer.
Okay, you got the answer.
I'm so sorry. Okay,
Do I get a dining room set?
Do we get a dining room? That's funny.
So, township is the territory of a town, a subdivision of a county, while town is a settlement.
Okay, so
an area with residential districts.
So we could all start our own town if we just go sit somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
build some buildings around a square.
There you go.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. Put some shops and stuff. Yeah.
Our square. That's what we're gonna call it.
Our square.
Yeah. Okay. 4 square.
Hey. It's only 3 of us.
It's only right. Well, whatever. Try square.
Let's
keep on going. See, here we go. I get myself that much.
Martha looked at me like 3 square. Idiot. This don't take this into account when we're talking about the book deal. Okay.
No, take it all into account. This is branding. This is who we are.
This will not be in the book.
Cardboard book with fuzzy. Somehow making a square out of a damn triangle.
What would the fuzzy parts be? Like you're wearing a sweater that's fuzzy?
I'm just thinking of like,
a random ass bird in there.
Yeah. I used to have ducks.
Really?
I did. I had ducks in my backyard last year.
Really?
They were my pandemic friends.
I was about to say, you're bored as hell. Got some damn ducks. We were all buying weird shit in 2020.
We went to live on a farm.
Okay.
And we think it was actually a real farm.
Oh.
We hope that wasn't a euphemism.
Somebody was hungry.
Your mom was like, I'm taking these to the farm.
Right. We'll have them. Yeah. Next dinner, you were like, what is this?
Chicken. Don't worry about it. It's chicken.
Little gamey.
Gamey is not a real word to be used.
You said on this podcast one time, if you say it in real life, it's a word. Actually, let's ask the author. Is it a word?
Well,
it's a word. It's a word.
It is a word. But like to describe food, you would say gamey.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, it's gamey.
It's legit.
Yeah, see? Look at
Fact.
You need a fact button. There we go. I know I had something. Anyway.
No.
Anyway, 1871. Rapid growth of the area happened because of the Chicago fire. So people needed a place to go. And Logan Square was a good area to go to. Well, it wasn't called Logan Square then. Those other little made up area towns.
Right.
That's what they were.
They're little towns.
Little towns. In 1886, 6,000 people had come to the area. And at that point, in 1889, that's when Chicago was like, all right, now annexation, this is ours now. Yeah. And that's when it became Logan Square. Fun fact. Right. So there's a bunch of things in here that I can say about it, but like this is a very diverse part of town. And before then, the early years, there was a lot of English, Scandinavian, Norwegian, Dane, Polish, Jewish population. And as of present day, right around the 60s, a lot of Hispanics come in, mainly Mexican and Puerto Rican. Some Cuban came in. And as we know it today, this area, because of gentrification, because a lot of buildings, when, after World War II, World War I and the Great Depression happened, a lot of things in the Chicago area, kind of went to the wayside, like everywhere,
Right.
You couldn't pay for shit. You couldn't, so buildings kind of
dilapidated.
Again, got repurposed for different things. But it's crazy. It happened because gentrification also happens, and that changes things around the area too. So today it's about 50% white, 39% Hispanic, 4.1% black, and 4% Asian. So it's still very diverse, just like the same theme of Chicago neighborhoods. Very diverse, a little bit more heavy in one demographic, but that's kind of the history of this place.
Yeah.
The Polish kind of I don't know. The Polish population is still very present here in this area. We'll get to it in a second because I got to make up for a past podcast. It's word related.
Okay.
I feel bad for them. Now I know how to say the word. Fun fact, though, the Illinois Centennial Monument is actually here in Logan Square. And do you know what that's for? I know same did. Centennial. Yeah, the 100-year celebration of statehood for Illinois is right here. Built in 1918, commemorating the 100th anniversary. Do you know who it's built by? It's built by Henry Bacon, who created the Lincoln Memorial, designed the Lincoln Memorial.
I did not know that.
Yeah, in D.C. So it's funny. I wrote that down as kind of who cares about the Lincoln, the Illinois Centennial Monument? No. We care about Lincoln here. But the Illinois Centennial, who cares about that? It's a state. But the guy that created the Lincoln Memorial, he did it.
Fascinating.
That's really cool.
You know what else about the memorial? Which maybe I don't know if you have the answer to this, but there's been all this discussion, in the last year or two about sort of like the role of monuments in public spaces and repurposing them and who gets honored and who doesn't.
Right.
And so there's a lot of conversation about that. And so the city of Chicago started this thing called the Monuments Project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm probably mangling the name, but where they went around and kind of they created a committee or commission to go around and reassess kind of like problematic public monuments. Yes. This one was on the list. I don't know why.
The 100th Centennial Monument?
It's on the list.
For what? It
just has it got like a little like red flag next to it, and I'm not sure why.
For what?
It's just an eagle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like an eagle on a pillar.
Really. I mean, what?
No, so I'm curious. Yeah. So she's looking it up.
I'm looking it up.
That's wow. Okay. I mean, unless there's a real reason. I mean,
it's not Columbus.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't take that shit down right away. We good. He ain't had nothing to do with none of this. Wow. Really?
And I saw it, and I saw a news article about it, and I was a bad researcher, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I got to look that up, and then I forgot, and I just remembered it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you remember. That's interesting.
So,
It's controversial. I'm glad I announced it as something that you should know.
May not be there for much longer.
Yeah, right. Right. Forget that 100-year celebration shit. What are we on, like 260 or something like that? We got to be up there.
200 what?
For the celebration of this. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on this damn monument.
Yeah, Logan Square is a lot more than an eagle on a stick.
It is a lot. That's the truth.
Eagle on a stick.
Here's some neighborhoods to kind of go by and talk about the neighborhoods. Belmont Gardens. Logan Square is actually self-named neighborhood here. Palm Square. And then Bucktown, as we know, there you go. Named after goats.
Yep.
A lot of the Polish population. It was huge goat population
We
back
used to
in
have
the
a
day.
lot of goat farms over there.
Yeah, a lot of goat farms. And then now here's my mulligan right here. And I want to say sorry how I pronounced this last time. Kosciuszko Park. That is a very Polish.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
That's
Pretty
how you
close,
say it.
yeah.
I'm sorry for calling it Kazukian.
Did someone correct you?
No. I looked it up.
Oh, you looked up the phonetics.
There's no N.
There's no N. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry.
That is
It did. I look
hilarious.
well, and I'll never forget it. Kashuko. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can get around that
makes
because
more
locals
sense.
we just call it Cos Park.
There you go. And look, I have it right there. Cos Park.
Cos Park.
That's what I called it out after I messed up and said Kazuki.
Because nobody can pronounce it.
No, nobody. Now you can.
Yeah.
Kosciuszko.
Kosciuszko. Yeah.
Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko Park is here. Cos Park for the locals. Another fun fact, and this is kind of like the last fun fact, but this is really interesting. There's a lot of church population, a lot of churches here in Logan Square. And one of the churches, First Evangelist Church, also the First Spanish United Church of Christ, that building was built in 1907. Do you know it is repurposed? And when it was repurposed by Aloft Circus Arts.
Oh.
Yes. And which is very interesting. You got something. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Say what you're going
I
to
was going to say, back in 2016 is when they kind of like they were actually founded. No, they moved to that location, 3324 West Wright Road.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are correct. And
Yeah.
you know how I know all this?
How?
Because I take classes there.
Oh, do
I
you?
do.
Oh,
We didn't even
no
get to this in the
way.
pregame.
Oh,
I know,
let's
we
get it.
didn't.
Now we're here now. We in the pregame. I love it. That's what we call that.
That's what it is.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
No, so So I want to amend my statement about wanting to just do soup full time. If I could do soup full time with like a side order of circus, then I would
Really?
do it. That would
So
be great.
wait,
What do you do? Yeah, right.
I take classes there. I take right now. I'm studying lyra. Do you know what that is?
I have absolutely
It's
no
the
clue.
hoop. It's like the aerial hoop,
Really?
making a circle with my fingers.
They can see it.
I've literally got it in the back of my car.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
But they teach trapeze. They teach silks.
Yeah.
They teach tight wire handstands.
I need to know how to do
That is so.
Rope.
Can anyone just go
Yeah.
take classes? Oh
You
my
can totally
God.
go take classes. They've got beginner classes they're
Really?
like the taster classes, beginner classes.
Wow.
I know there's one on Sunday at like noon.
Really?
12:30?
Catch
That
me at
is
Cirque
so
du Soleil
cool.
coming.
I'll send you the information. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's super cool. I've
That
been
is
taking,
so cool.
and I started taking classes with them when they were still over in the
they
when they were in their old.
They moved.
Over on Damon and Hubbard.
Yeah.
And then they moved up to the church. So I remember moving into the church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jack
The whole
of all
thing. The
trades.
whole thing.
Wow. Look
That
at
is
you.
crazy.
Wow. That,
Yeah.
I never
That's
would have
so
known.
fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
It's super fun.
How long
Yeah.
you been doing it?
7 years.
7
Wow.
years.
So are you have you
Cirque
done
du
it
Soleil ready?
professionally? No. Has anyone paid to see you do
I'm 53 years old.
It don't matter. That don't matter. That don't
What
matter
does
no
that
more.
have to do with
Age ain't
anything?
nothing but a
Yeah.
number.
For real.
Yeah, no, I've been taking lessons pretty regularly for 7 years, and so it's super fun. And I've performed a couple times, but only
so
casually,
cool.
like
at the church. Or, okay, so they have shows there too.
We had student shows, and then the pandemic happened. They'll tell you the church had Loft had just gotten its public performance license.
Yeah.
After going through all of the things you have to, like all the permits you have to get, and like fire signs you have to put up in the space and all that, and then I just done all of that, and then like right before COVID.
Wow.
So like finally got the license to be legit and like put on shows, and then COVID shut everything down. So they're just starting to have shows again.
Right.
Holy cow! Well, I'm glad I had
That's
that
so
fact
cool,
there.
right.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me.
Factoid.
Yeah. I always try to find this fun stuff.
Yeah, they are fun.
And there's a beautiful space in there. If you can, I'll come. I'll give you a tour.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I definitely want to see. Yeah, that would be fun. I'm never I'm never doing none of it.
Why?
I'm
You
afraid
have the upper body strength.
I'm also afraid of heights.
They'll start you very low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll give you that little bar that they give like 4-year-olds. You just walk.
I'm gonna jump in the foam. So you're gonna have me jumping in the foam. Roll into this. Somebody hold my legs while I say I do my headstand.
Hilarious.
I'm good at editing. Anyway.
So I have the answer.
Oh, we got an
as
answer.
to why the monument was flagged.
Let's hear it.
By the commission.
Okay.
So the project is meant to kind of rectify the lack of inclusion of Native Americans and people of color that have been like erased from the history of the city. And they believe that this monument does not pay tribute to what Native Americans have done for Chicago. So they don't necessarily want it removed. They just want it to also include.
Well, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like they want to rewrite the narrative around
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
To include
Potawatomi and all everything. Yeah, got you.
Because Chicago has been trying to do for a while now.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's
and Milwaukee Avenue itself was like originally like the Native American, road.
The trail.
Yeah.
And so I should have said at the time when the population kind of boomed here, when they expanded, when Milwaukee expanded because of the rail car, kind of like anything that gets annexed to Chicago. When they got annexed, you got the amenities of what an actual city has. So that's why the population boomed, because of the Milwaukee Avenue expansion, which we know here in Chicago is one of the main areas, one of the main thoroughways, I should say, is here in Chicago. So perfect. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Last thing, notable people. Got two of them here. Jessica Camacho from the Logan Square area. She's the actor. She's the actor. What's going on?
Sorry, Jessica.
I'm nervous. I got an
We're going
author
to have
right
to get her name right in the next episode.
Jessica Camacho, actor for The Flash, Taken, and The Watchmen. And she's done a bunch of other stuff. And of course, our mayor, 56th Mayor, Lori Lightfoot, is a resident here. Her wife and daughter.
They live right down the street from a loft.
There you go.
That's
there
crazy.
You go. So, boom, Logan Square. That's man, we had a lot of knowledge.
That was good.
Yeah. I like when the guests bring something to the table. I'm not going next time. I'm not going to do too much research.
We're not having any more non-educated guests.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. not that any of them haven't been educated. Some people are shit. I don't know either. I don't know what
that's not true.
No, I don't know. Shit. We don't know.
We've had some pretty good guests.
We had some great guests. Yeah, we've had some great guests. What do you think about Logan Square?
Pretty cool, I think. I like Logan Square.
I do too.
Yeah.
I
don't come here as often as I would like to, but
I've gone through here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the way to shows and things like that. When I used to live out in the suburbs, I coincidentally had a whole bunch of shows further north and west, and this is kind of went through here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Milwaukee, I have a lot of shows in Milwaukee though for a little while, but that's the Wicker Park part of
right.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when you say Milwaukee. I think Wicker Park. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people think of it because of all the business and entertainment and bars and stuff down there. So
yeah,
that's true.
But that's just and it's also like the axis. It's the axis of the gentrification. Like really, like Wicker Park. Because when I moved to Chicago, Wicker Park was
yes,
it was like an artist community and it was heavily Latino.
Yep.
Right. And obviously it's changed a lot.
Yeah, then they
did
this
it was super affordable. Like my first apartment in Chicago, I think I was paying like $450.
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
Never again.
Not that long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it slowly, everything just started slowly keeping northwest up Milwaukee Avenue as people started getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. And then,
I mean, that's
and then they got here and they started pushing other people out.
It's something that happens, and we've known that 25 episodes in.
Yeah, we talk about it like almost.
You can't talk about Chicago neighborhoods without talking about gentrification or displacement.
You know what's crazy is we were talking about. I think as much as we talk about displacement, we got to talk about the knowledge of it because the last episode, a couple last episodes ago, we were in Hyde Park, and we found out Hyde Park was once the entire South Side, and it was all white. For the most part, and it was an escape.
Like the getaway.
The getaway to the city. So, we talk about it goes kind of both ways, and that's a rare instance. I don't think it goes too many other ways, but that's the story of our city. How it changed, and I'm sure most cities, but.
Oh no, it's not.
No one cares about other cities.
Gentrification and neighborhood change is not. Chicago does not have a lock on that.
No, we don't have a lock. I
think Seattle is probably for me is one of the craziest examples because I lived there. Not too long, like maybe a decade ago or something. I lived there for a year or two, and I think I used to pay I shared a house with two other people, and we each paid $600. And right now, if you go to that same house, it's probably $1,400 per person. It got insane, and it has I think at one point it had the most cranes up in any city in the United States.
Like cranes, they were building
construction cranes. Construction cranes. Because I grew up in Seattle.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So and my family still lives there, and my mom still lives there. There's you could go to my mom's apartment, and there's everything cranes everywhere. You look.
Were they just slow on construction?
No, there's just so much
building boom. I mean, I don't know what's going on now because of COVID and everything, but the whole city has just changed radically in the last 20 years. It's insane.
Wow, I've never been.
It's beautiful, but
it's
so expensive now.
Really,
so expensive.
It's stupid expensive, San Francisco expensive.
Well, I keep my little money right here.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, you could visit.
Well,
I don't think it's feasible to live there anymore.
Yeah, well, bring the Sonics back. Bring the Supersonics.
Bring back the Supersonics, man. Seriously.
Bring back the Supersonics. If you bring Supersonics, I'll visit. I'll visit Seattle, okay?
I know, it's so sad.
Yeah, it is. It's Kevin Durant, shout out to him. He came there, him and Westbrook.
Well, on that sports
that's right, yeah. That's right. Every time we talk about sports, she's like, let's move on. Yeah, move on. We are, that's the history part of it. We are in Volcano.
Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. And we'll be right back. Talk about some food. You ready?
Ready.
Let's get it. All right, we'll be right back.
We are back with the food portion of the episode. But before we start, we usually do, not usually, but recently we've been doing this segment of Am I the Asshole? And I'll explain it in a second. But today, I was listening as I was cleaning to this podcast called The Office Ladies. I don't know if you've seen The Office.
Never heard of it.
Well, the TV show, The Office. Yes. So Pam and Angela have a podcast together called The Office Ladies, where they recap every single episode and they give insider information.
Oh, man. I bet that's interesting.
It is so funny. So today's episode was the one where Michael gives out the golden ticket to one customer that gets 10% off, and one customer gets all 5 tickets, and it's their biggest customer, and so they get 50% off their order.
Yeah.
And so. They also were talking about knock-knock jokes. And did you know that the first knock-knock joke was in Macbeth?
What?
Isn't that crazy?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
I'll be honest, I don't know what Macbeth is. What is that?
Shakespeare.
Oh, we just established
Macbeth.
that I don't read that well. Yeah. And you think I watch plays that attention span?
I mean, in school you would have taken them in an English class.
CPS is different.
Okay.
CPS is very down. Yeah.
But anyway, they said that the first knock-knock joke was in Macbeth. So I was curious, what's your favorite knock-knock joke? Because I have one. I have a favorite knock-knock joke.
I'd be interested to hear that Macbeth one. Knock us.
It was literally a guy that was drunk. He's a watchman, and it's the middle of the night, and he's talking to himself, and he was saying knock knock. But it wasn't meant to be a joke when it was told in Macbeth. And then the guy that actually started the knock knock, made the knock knock joke a thing, wrote a whole book.
Oh wow!
Full of knock knock jokes.
Where's that book at?
I don't know, but he's very famous.
Some old dad got it somewhere.
It's a published book. You can buy it.
Okay.
It's
I don't have a favorite knock knock joke. I just laugh when I just laugh when I hear them.
I don't know if I got. I'll tell you the one that I can remember.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Getting character.
Scene. This on the,
Now the suspense is killing. I'm
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to get this wrong. All right, knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow. Who?
I didn't do it right.
Oh, that is okay. So
I'm a
what's
terrible
funny
joke teller.
is that is my favorite
That's
too.
your- the interrupting cow
that's
joke.
my favorite. So knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting.
Moo.
See, that would have pissed me off. I'm glad.
That's the only one I can remember.
Really? I've never even heard that
Oh
one.
my god, it's so good.
This is my
I do
first-
have another like dumb joke that I really like.
Let's hear it.
Tell
Let's hear
What
it.
did the 0 say to the 8?
What?
7, 8, 9.
No. Really?
Hey.
No.
Oh.
What did the 0 say to the 8?
What did he say?
Give me back my belt.
Come on.
That's so stupid.
Wow.
Your joke is why is 5 afraid of why is 6 scared?
Yo,
Because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause 7,
why
8, 9.
is
Yeah,
6
yeah.
scared of
Yeah,
7? Because 7, 8, 9.
that's the belt one is good.
That is good. That's
What?
good. I like that.
The less aggro version is nice belt.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice belt. L.
Nice
I
belt.
Hey, that's good. We can do this all day. This is not a
not
joke
going-
half for the
not going-
We're not
podcast.
going to do dumb jokes.
I mean-
Let's do Am I the
These
Asshole?
are, you can hear more of these jokes on Dario's stand-up.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Follow Dario D Comedy for some real jokes.
Wow. So basically, you're saying we're not funny.
I'm just saying I don't tell knock knock jokes.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe the people want. The
I talk about
knock-knock
myself.
jokes. Talk about me.
ABC story. Yeah.
Oh,
that-
yeah,
yeah.
that's true. All right, so Am I the Asshole is a subreddit
Okay.
where people post questions asking if they are the asshole, and then people contribute and tell them if they are or aren't.
They always assholes.
Not all the
always,
time.
Not
most
always.
of the time.
Yeah. So this one is, and I picked this one because we are in a sushi restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
So it says, am I the asshole for stopping my girlfriend from ordering off the extra menu in the sushi restaurant? The
Extra
situation, well, yeah, let me explain.
Okay.
This situation always bugged me and didn't sit well with me. So I wanted a verdict from you guys to see if I'm the asshole. About a year ago, I took my girlfriend, who's my ex now, to
Okay.
Very believable.
It needed to
right.
say
Wow.
that.
Wow.
to what I considered a nice sushi buffet. They gave us a tablet to order from, and we had 2 hours to order as much as we wanted. I was really happy about this because we love to eat big portions. What really pissed me off is she started ordering off the extra menu. This costed extra on top of the decently big buffet price, 24 euros a person, not including drinks.
Jesus.
I wasn't in a good financial place in my life, but I wanted to take her out and have a nice night. That's why I thought the sushi buffet would be a great value. I asked her why she ordered that when you have so many choices off the inclusive menu. She simply said what's on the extra menu looks better. I then tried to explain to her if I knew she was going to do that, we would have gone to normal sushi place. After she ordered some more items off the extra menu, I eventually cut her off and said you can have whatever you want on the inclusive menu and nothing else. In the end, she barely ordered anything off the inclusive menu, and after the dinner, she complained she was still hungry. Am I the asshole for expecting her to only get what's in the inclusive buffet and feeling insulted that she basically only ordered off the extra menu?
Bruh.
It's layers
Thoughts?
to this.
Yes.
Yeah, go
Martha?
ahead. Go, Martha. Go ahead.
He is the asshole.
Absolutely.
asshole?
100%.
He is the
You
asshole.
think so?
100%.
But the big problem here is that they clearly have like deeper problems than that, as
They
with
do.
most people on Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is that they can't actually communicate with each other at all about the most basic things, like their expectations
Facts.
of dinner.
Facts. Here's the thing. Here's what's the answer with him. Bro, you knew your financial situation. You know,
I'm sure he told her.
You can't get. Nah, I don't think he did. I don't think you can
He
get.
told her don't order more.
After she start ordering.
Yeah,
You know,
he said stop.
But you can't be like, I'm going to take you out for a nice dinner and then
Thank you.
Yeah.
nickel and diming
Okay.
her after
Yeah,
the fact.
you know what I'm
like
saying?
it's
Like-
like you just got to commit.
Yeah,
Like,
you got to commit.
dude,
Commit to the
you should
bill.
gotta commit to the bill, man. Like,
commit to it. You know, because then what he said, he was like, I should have took her to a cheaper place. Yeah, you should have if you knew that you had the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But to be fair,
he a dumb
24
asshole. That's what
24 euros is a good price for an all-you-can-eat buffet.
What is that like? There's
Like
a little bit.
$30.
Yeah, about 30.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. I mean, that ain't bad.
Yeah, but $60 not including drinks that he was going to have to pay. And then
That
she
ain't
ordered
bad.
extra things.
I mean, did he tell her not to though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said I told her to stop
After the
ordering.
fact.
yeah,
After
there's
the
a lot
fact.
of mixed messaging going
Yeah.
on here. Like, I just feel like he has like some expectations, and she was just like, "What? I want to eat the eel or
Right.
whatever was on it." You know.
I want to eat the eel.
She was like, "No, you gonna stick to the goldfish." Okay.
No one served goldfish. Is not
I don't know.
edible.
I don't know what the hell I be eating, but it's good.
It's not goldfish.
Okay,
I'll tell you
whatever.
that much,
I'm just
yeah.
smaller than the eel.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's big.
I don't know how ill look, to be honest with you. It's a long. Let's see, a goldfish is small.
Okay.
Well, you don't get the whole eel.
Yeah.
she said you ain't eating the whole damn eel though.
Martha's like, this conversation is stupid. Okay.
I will point out that, just to bring it back for a second, like, as we just discovered, like when you go to an all-you-can-eat sushi situation, your eyes are always bigger than your stomach.
That's
always,
very
and
true.
That's in our case. That's
very true.
100% our case today.
Right now.
Because I don't know what I do this every time. Every single time. I'm like, give me that, give me that, give me that.
Yeah.
And then we end up with a huge ass doggy bag, which is not fine.
It's actually a reasonable doggy bag.
Yeah, that's actually reasonable. It is very reasonable.
Yeah, that top half is Martha's.
True. Don't let me forget that.
She said, "Yeah, that's my shit.
It's my shit."
You want to tell them where we at then?
Oh yeah,
that's a good transition.
We
all confirmed the dude was asshole.
Well, actually, what's funny?
Oh,
is
you don't believe that?
Most people voted he's not the asshole.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh no.
Because
I mean, I can understand why she got mad. They're kind of
both the assholes. I think.
I don't think they both ass. I agree with the lady. If anything,
like if we're dating, I ideally know your financial situation. So I'm not like,
but if
you know what I mean? Like, it's not a first date.
But if you bring me out somewhere, you treating me, and now all of a sudden these stipulations come up.
I'm sorry, if I take you to an all you can eat sushi buffet and you start ordering off the extra menu, I'm gonna look at you like,
who put the extra menu in front of my face then?
The server.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they're both assholes.
I think he's an asshole. I don't think she's an asshole at all. Really? I mean, unless she knew the financial situation.
But she kept ordering. That's what he said. He said he told her, and she kept ordering.
Damn. Well, I mean, I guess that is kind of bad, but
yeah.
You should have brought it up.
It just sounds like a bad relationship.
It is.
Yeah, that's why they broke up.
Yeah, they broke up. Yeah,
X for a reason. Yeah.
X for a reason. All right.
I hope you loved that and laughed just as much as we did. Check back on Monday for a brand new episode. Don't forget to sign up for our Substack for more information on all of these fun little episodes. And we'll see you Monday.
Peace.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.